What's up, guys? Hybrid Mongoose here, and welcome back to another episode of the Hybrid Mongoose podcast. And today we got Proplanty, guys. This is such a great time. Man, he's such a great guy. This was like I don't know, maybe kind of like an instant friends moment. He's awesome. I'm actually super sad that he's not going to be at GoFest this year. I really wish he was coming, but you know, we'll meet eventually. But anyway, guys, yeah, this was a great podcast. Glad to have him on. I know he was having some difficulties about a couple months ago, maybe a month ago now. And as you can see in this video, he's doing awesome. He's doing a lot better, and we talk a little bit about that. But before this podcast starts, I actually want to talk about my Patreon, guys. If you want to help support the podcast, help support the channel, check out the link below. There are some friendship tiers where we can become friends, exchange gifts. You can help the podcast, help the channel, and let's get right into the podcast. And without further ado, welcome my special guest, Proplanty, to the podcast. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Dude, well, first off, I have to say your beard is glorious.
Thank you very much.
I can't grow a beard to save my life.
Oh, really?
No, I can't. I got like 3 hairs that pop out like right here, and then that's it.
I wish I had some advice, but really I just didn't shave, and that's what happened. People call me homeless, but whatever.
No,
I like it. It keeps me warm. Keeps me warm in winter.
Yeah, so it's winter there in Australia right now, right?
Yeah, it's cold. But every single news article that Niantic share, it's always summer festives and you know, this, that, and the other, and it's like, it's freezing. Come on.
Yeah, because it was hot. I mean, it's been very hot here. I mean, the other day, last weekend, it was 96 degrees. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it was up there, you know. I did a video catching my Mew, and I was just dying of heat. I was just sweating, sweat just dripping off of me. But I'm sure, you know, your summers are pretty hot too.
Yeah, if you watch some of my older videos, because I still do film in the car a lot, and you know, you're there, trying to catch something or talk about something, and you're just like dripping sweat, and it just looks so attractive on camera.
I know. I look at it as like they see you working hard for that content, you know?
That's it.
Like, because I saw the video of you a long time ago where you got the fish.
Yeah.
You got the fish at a... That was so long ago. And I was just like, this is epic. You know, you're saving a fish. That's a big fish, too.
Yeah. Turns out those carps, it was actually called a common carp. They're a pest. So, I probably did more harm than good. I don't know. I was thinking Magikarp, Pokemon, this fish. Like, that's the kind of person I am, you know.
Well, I mean, I could see why you would save it anyway. I mean, of course.
Very odd video. I didn't plan for that to happen, and you know, it's kind of buried in all my other videos. There's a lot of cringy stuff that I look back at. I'm like, oh gosh, do I really want that?
Oh, we all got that though. I mean, I left all that stuff on my channel. It's there. If you dig deep enough, you will find. Because I started out doing like Gmod prop hunt videos with my friends and stuff, and actually it was good. I actually like one time, I don't know if you ever played prop hunt before.
I've heard of it. I've seen it. Yeah,
it's basically hide and go seek. It's like digital hide and go seek. You just turn into an object, and then the people try to hunt you down. And I actually like modded a game. This probably has the most views for my Gmod stuff, but I actually modified the game, like coded into it.
Wow.
And changed it to Aliens vs Predator. And
that's cool.
It was actually really fun. It was really cool. And I even like put the sound effects in there and everything. It was just so much work. I was just like, this.
Wow, I can imagine.
Yeah, a lot of people that got a lot of views for at the time, you know. But I leave that stuff on there because it's just like you can see how I've changed, right? How I've gone from the more typical like PC gamer to what I am now, obviously. So
I feel like I'm trying to tell a story as well. Like the start of mine was Amiibo stuff, Nintendo Amiibo figures when Smash Bros came out on the Wii U, and that took off. You know, everyone liked the Australian side of things, because a lot of the Amiibo figures were fairly common here, but over in the States and all that, it's like they're so rare. People in the US had to line up for these figurines, and here in Australia, and grab them, so it blew people away. And like awesome. I look back at some of those videos and I'm like, geez, but they all kind of tell a story, like the vlogs, because my life's really boring. And same with Pokemon Go. Like I'm going outside and doing these things, you know, and
Yeah,
there's an objective and a reason, and it's good.
I feel the same way. I feel the same way. When I'm recording my vlogs, I'm like, if I was a regular vlogger, this would suck. Like, like I have the game to be like, check out what I'm catching. Don't be bored, because my life is I'm a gamer, man. I'd be like, so
yeah, same, absolutely.
So it'd be like, what'd you do today? So I sat on the couch and played Breath of the Wild for 8 hours, and then I ate some Hot Pockets, and then I just started playing again. They'd be like, this is the worst vlog I've ever seen.
That's it. I've done a few Let's Plays on the couch. Super Smash Bros. I've done. It depends on the game as well, like what you can say about it as you play it. Something like Breath of the Wild, you know, there's going to be some pacing issues, I think, where not a lot is happening.
Yeah.
Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart, it's just constantly talking. Oh my gosh, you know.
Right.
So it depends on the game. I did a lot of virtual reality stuff when Pokemon Go kicked in too. And
yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like my first time in VR with the HTC Vive. And, you know, just the contrast. The games I was playing on there were violent. I was swearing. And then
yeah.
Pokemon. And I'm just like, I've got to pick a side here. I can't do both. And Pokemon took off. I did an egg hatch video, and, you know, I wish I could repeat that over and over again, the views that I was pulling for it, but it's just that's YouTube side of things, I guess.
Right.
Blew me away, the views. I was like, whoa, I was hatching some eggs, and that's what's happened.
Right. Yeah, no, it's YouTube's a weird thing. It doesn't, like, I was just explaining to Kyler the other day. I did a vlog where I caught a Mew. I just caught a Mew. I purposely waited for that one. Like I did.
Yeah.
I spent 4 hours of recording in the 95, 96 degree sun.
Yep.
4 hours of editing because I actually got drone shots and time lapses and everything. I went to town.
Fancy. Yeah.
But I did a news video of confirming Squirtle Squad that has outperformed my vlog, and it's just the way YouTube is, right? That's just how it happens. The video that is just informational and you're just spreading information and news can just easily outperform a vlog that you spend 8 hours on.
Yeah, you're talking about something that's not even in the game yet, you know, like
right. Yeah,
well, they're coming, Squirtle, you know, with the Sunnies and the Com Days and all that stuff. Like it's coming, but you're talking about, it's like I could talk about Gen 4, and we don't really have much in Pokemon Go regarding it. Talk about shinies that aren't out, you know, stuff like that. But
no, it's just because Niantic confirmed Squirtle Squad, so that's why it became. I was like, hey, look, they did actually confirm this. With the field research and everything. So that's why they were like, you know, that's why the views are there. Obviously, that's what I feel. But that's fine. You know, I don't mind being a source of news for people, but it just sucks that that's the way YouTube is, right? With the vlogs and. You know, you spent some time on some videos and then just like, why did that do so poorly?
I know. You may, if you watch some of my older stuff, you'll see I put music in there, and there's little walking sequences and a lot of different cuts to different things. And I get comments like, oh, the egg hatching starts at, 5 minutes. And I'm like, geez, people don't really want to see that. They just want to see the hatches. And so what I've been doing lately is just walking them. They're ready to hatch. I walk upstairs. I sit on the couch.
I saw that. Yeah.
I'm like, boom. Here they go. They're hatching, with my Alolan egg ones that I'm doing recently.
Yeah. So you just hatch your 9 Alolan Rattatas, and then you just make the next video.
That's it.
Oh my God. So I don't know if you saw me post on Twitter earlier. It was like yesterday. Oh my God. I had the worst egg hatch 9 ever. I was like, the hype's gone for me. It's done. I hatched 1 Grimer. The rest were Alolan Rattatas and Meowths. The whole entire thing. I was like,
I just started hatching the rats.
The worst thing ever. And I did make the point that they should have put the Alolan Executors as hatches.
That'd be cool for sure.
Wouldn't that be cool? That'd be better than the rats. I mean, as soon as they put the rats in there, I'm like, oh my God, I'm not spending all this money on super incubators.
That's exactly it. Like, it's literally like a gamble. Like, okay, to make this video, I've got to spend this amount of money on incubators, and I'm hoping I get a Vulpix for a really cool reaction because I know people will want to see that. Instead, it's Meowth, 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 Meowth. And I'm like, well, I might as well upload it. So
why not? I mean, I did one called, I put Hello Darkness, and I played Hello Darkness, my old friend, like little snippets of it every single time, and it turned to black and white and everything. Like every time I got a Meowth, I was just like, oh,
that's creative. Yeah.
Yeah. It turned out really funny. It turned out really funny. I was just like, okay, this is like so memed up. I love it. I was zooming into random stuff in my background, and like just it was it was good. It was good. So right now, did you get a Vulpix yet?
No, 50 plus eggs, nothing.
Oh my god. That's so. I heard someone commented that they were on like 60 something plus eggs, no Vulpix. I'm like,
yeah, I know. I feel
so
like
crazy.
I shouldn't. Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't complain because there's other people out there that have probably gone harder at it and still don't have one.
True.
So it's like, but then people get it first 10 eggs, and I'm like, maybe I do have a right to complain. I don't know.
Right.
But...
it's a tough thing, because like whenever a YouTuber complains about anything in Pokemon Go, there's I said something about I was upset about the EX raid times.
Yep.
Because
absolutely.
the time, it's the time of day that screws it up for me. It's like, why is this at a 4 p.m. on a Wednesday during the week? Like, I can't get to that, and it's and of course people call me, I don't even have a Mewtwo, and I'm all like,
that's it.
I'm like, I know, I'm sorry, God, okay. Like, I do feel bad for those people that don't have the Mewtwo, but it's,
absolutely,
the
system sucks. It sucks.
The Pokemon Go community is like I feel like they're so sensitive to things. You know what I mean? Like, I love you guys. It's not that. It's just, God, you say the one thing wrong, they just jump all over you. They are not afraid to say, hey, you know, or something like that, which.
It's a completely different game for us YouTubers. Absolutely. Like, I remember when the Larvitar Community Day event was going on, and I was live streaming it, and we were getting errors. It was lag city. And everyone was saying, do the, it's like a catch trick where you throw the ball and you can quickly exit out and skip the animation. And it's like, I could do that, but we're lagging. And if I really wanted to be productive, I wouldn't live stream at all. I wouldn't make videos. So, that's just how I feel about it. Like, I'd rather live stream and talk to you all and catch just a few shiny and share this experience rather than get as many as I can,
Right.
So,
yeah. I'm definitely not. I'm like semi-hardcore, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's a bit of a same here. Yeah.
It's kind of hard because you can't grind. Like, I do play the game. So there's many days where I go out with my friends, raid or whatever, and I purposely don't take my camera or anything. I'm just like, I am just gonna play. I'm just gonna enjoy the game, hang out with my friends, and it really brings you back to earth, right? You're like, I get grounded again. Like, this is why I love this game. Sometimes when you have the camera in your face all the time, you just like, I just don't want to record right now. I want to just play. But it's okay though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love making the videos, and I'm sure you do too. It's not that. It's just. You're constantly feeling like you are on, like you're on your own spot.
That's it.
Yeah, yep. So
that's it. I remember when Shiny Lugia, Shiny Ho-Oh, and Shiny Koga dropped. Whoops, sorry, 1 second. My screen's gone off.
That's okay.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, like, I just wanted the shiny, So when Shiny Lugia dropped, I just wanted the shiny. I went out there. I had my camera in the car, and I do this a lot now. So I'll raid and I'll check it. Oh, it's a normal one. Go to the next one. It's a normal one. Go to the next one.
Right.
Because I don't know when I'm going to get the shiny. It could be 10, 20, 50 raids. With Shiny Koga, I just wanted Shiny Koga. And I'm like, I'll always screen record everything and bring it up later.
Yes.
But sometimes you get a few comments and it's like, oh, where's your reaction? Like, actually clicking go to bonus challenge, So
yeah, I get it. Yeah, I do that too. I've started to just do like recap videos of everything, like, because during the week, I work a regular job and everything, and I can't. Yeah. Sometimes cool things happen, and I can't. I don't have my camera with me, or I don't want to leave it in my car, and just so so I just kind of pile all that up, and I do one like huge recap video of like, and I try to make it as interesting as possible. People on the channel tend to like it, so that's good. Even though sometimes I just do audio only of my reaction, because sometimes it's a good reaction or something. I just show the audio and I explain what's happening beforehand. But that's one of my tricks that I've been doing, like basically once a week, to kind of get out an extra video, because it's like I don't have the time to make a vlog every single time. So
that's it. Yeah. There's a good balance between doing all these sorts of things, isn't there? That makes things easier to manage.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out as much content as possible for everybody. So that's the main goal. So if I have to do a recap video once a week, that's not, I'm just talking about I got a shiny, I got this or whatever. So be it, So
they just had shiny Rosalia. Yeah. And I went out there again, left my camera in the car, and 30 later I actually encountered one, and I was like, cool, ran back to the car, filmed catching it. You didn't get like my oh my gosh exciting reaction, but I was still hyped and I was in the moment. And then I just sat down when I got home, and I'm like, shiny Rosalia, I caught one, But Niantic have been dropping so much content that can't keep up. It is crazy. They haven't stopped.
No,
I'm burnt out from it.
No, it's I do a lot of news videos, right? So it's like when the Friends and Update stuff came out, oh my God, I just video after video after video, it was cool though, It was cool. It was cool to see that resurgence of people coming back. Like all these people are coming. So you just hit 25K subscribers recently too.
Very recently,
and that's congratulations on that. That's a big big number, It's a big milestone. So
it's exciting. I've been doing this for 3 years now, 400 plus videos. So
right. Yeah, I did it off. I actually just looked. I hit over 500 videos recently. I was like, holy,
oh wow,
what? How'd that happen? So it's the problem is I took breaks in between. Right, I would go hard for a year, and I think that's probably one of the hardest things in YouTube is just staying consistent with everything. It's
staying relevant. Absolutely.
It's so much harder than people realize to.
Yeah.
People say it's a grind. It is totally a grind. You have to just keep plugging along,
It's a weird game, isn't it? Because you kind of, at the start, you're doing the videos for fun, and then people want to watch your stuff, and then they're like, where are the videos? You haven't uploaded in a week. And I've had that happen before where you feel like you've killed your channel because you haven't uploaded in 2 weeks and you've missed a few things, but you're just busy.
God, yeah.
It's scary. It is scary. Like I've noticed, I don't know, like the first Alolan Egg Hatch video hit 20,000 views or something like that. And I'm like, cool, we're back at it again. But then the next one is like 1,000 views. And I'm like, wow. That's just from having a break, So
it's so weird. People, if you got it out quickly, you got the views on it. After that, because I did one like 3 or 4 days later, and it just it didn't do that well, and I was just like, everyone's seen Prodigy's Nations video, they saw Proplanty's video, everyone's already watched that, so they're like, I'm all set. So it's weird how that happens.
Yeah, I do like that. The Asia Pacific regions get the community days like before everyone else. I know we're like the guinea pigs. Good, Yeah, we're like the guinea pigs getting all the errors and stuff. And I mean, the Dratini one was a disaster, and we got an extension, and that's why I got so many shiny Dratini. And then it happened again with the Larvitar. Yeah, we got 6 hours in total, I reckon.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
And we're still catching them during the 3 hours. It was just a very poor experience because your incense would be on, and then, you get booted off and you've got login errors. So you've wasted that and lucky eggs and all this stuff. So, I mean, they have to compensate somehow. But yeah, with the Larvitar one again, it kind of has me worried. I think it's the really popular Pokemon, the rare ones. Like Squirtle should be fine. But, I mean, it's cool being able to do a live stream and everyone around the world is like tuning in because you're one of the first to try it out. I remember Pikachu, the very first community day. I was in it for the XP. I'm like, let's do some raids. I'll catch one and I'll have the surf move set, And then people were like, I just got a shiny. And then another person's like, I just got a shiny. I'm like, hang on a sec. So as a result,
Yep.
I only got one shiny Pikachu because it was in the last hour. I was rushing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is it. They're dropping shinies now. And then ever since then, I've been really hyped for them. I love the community days. They're
Oh,
so good.
Community Days is one of the coolest moves that they've ever done.
Absolutely.
It is so cool, and that's always one video that I always do. I like do as much as I can, like time lapses, drones, I do everything I can because those videos are special. You know, everyone kind of tunes in for those to see how, because like it's interesting, right? I would like to know your experiences just as much as you would want to know mine. You know, like
Absolutely.
how many did you get, all this other stuff. And actually, I'm actually throwing a local meetup on Community Day, this next one. Yeah, so I did one last year, and about 20-something people showed up, which surprised me.
That's so cool, yeah.
Which is really cool. So I was just like, oh, this is great, you know? So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be hectic with the, you know, the shiny Articuno for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then the Squirtle. But this time there's the ones, you know, the Squirtle squad, and you get them from the stops doing the tasks. And it's like,
yeah.
I might have to change where I actually play it this time because of the lack of Pokestops around. So I'm thinking, but yeah.
Oh, the place where I play is tons of Pokestops, so I'll be okay. It's just, yeah.
We've had some pretty bad weather, actually. It's been raining like every community day, which is odd for Australia. But yeah, we're all stuck in the shopping center with only a few stops, but really good spawns. And that's where everyone, you know, we initially started at parks, but we were being let down with the lack of spawns.
Oh, God.
My Dratini one, there was just no Dratini around. But you go to the car parks and they're everywhere, which is dangerous. But
right. Yeah.
the logic is kind of odd there for sure.
I mean, I'm lucky I live close to a couple major cities, Detroit and Mount Clemens. And I mean, you go to Detroit, you're going to get a ton of Pokestops, ton of Pokemon. Same thing for Mount Clemens, which is like maybe 10, 15 minutes away. So I'm spoiled in terms of locations. I know that. I mean, some of the rural players, you know, they have like their church Pokestop, and then that's it. So I feel for them, you know. So
currently, here in these suburbs where I live in Australia, you know, the stops and the gyms, they're out there, but like even at the park when you're chucking laps, there's only a few. And I know other places around the world, they're just caked full of stops. But if I go right into the city, you know, it's just stops everywhere, raids everywhere. And that's something I haven't actually done. I just got really comfortable with the people that I know now, you know, and raid with now. So
it's truly about the community though too. Like I've made a lot. It's so funny because before Pokemon Go, none of my friends would play Pokemon Go with me. So like I don't have any friends that were like, hey, we play Pokemon Go together. I've made so many friends from playing this game. So many friends, so many people that I can say today are my friends that I straight like. Okay, so my friend Melissa, she's 130 million XP. Yeah, she is crazy. Okay, I mean she's she's awesome. She was a moderator of the Verified 40 Club. Friends with a lot of the YouTubers and things like that as well. It's funny because in the beginning of the game, I was part of the local Facebook, you know, group, and we're like sharing information. It's very early on, and she shows a picture, and I'm like, that kind of looks like my road. Like that kind of looks like my subdivision. And I looked at my picture and I looked again and I went, you live like a block away. Like I was like, and then I messaged her on Facebook, not trying to sound weird or anything. And I was like, hey, we're neighbors. Did you know that? And she's like, no. And then we started hanging out, and now we're really good friends after all that time. Good. She's actually living with Pokemon Master Holly.
Oh, really?
In Vegas. Yeah. So small world, right? Like, it's so weird. But it's just that I like to tell that story because we didn't even know that we were neighbors, like out of nowhere. And then next thing you know, it was the Halloween event, and she's literally tagging me like, hey, there's a Gengar over here, and there's and I'm like walking around like, oh, cool, you know, like
so cool.
Yeah, so we became really good friends just by chance. It felt like, you know. So
I remember when the game first came out and everyone was playing it, and you know, the old gym system and all that, and there were so many people and accounts didn't know who they were, and then as soon as raids came out, I was actually seeing these people for the first time in the one place. And that's, you know, that's when I got invited to all these groups, and I'm like, I'm a YouTuber and all this stuff. And they're like, hey, I've been, you know, I see you around, and some of these people live really close. And I remember like when I first moved here, you know, Pokemon Go wasn't out, and I didn't go to the parks. I didn't go for walks or suss out places. I went to the shops, and that was about it. So this is huge, this game for me, especially because, you know, I usually just stay home and play games. And I'm like really antisocial, but this puts you into that position. And with new updates, like doing those day streaks and all that, you know, where you've got to hit a stop each day, you've got to go out there now, and it's so good. I love it. But
they've given you so many reasons now because of the Friends update and everything. Now you have a reason to go, not just stock back up, but now you want to get presents for all your friends and, you know, gifts and all that stuff. And it's hard to keep up, you know, it's hard to keep up, especially if you have a lot of friends. It's so hard to send a gift to everybody every day now, especially because they only do like 10 at a time. And you're just like, oh my God, I can't manage this. Like I've been, you know, going around stocking up. My bags are full to the brim.
Same.
I'm like throwing away stuff so I can get more gifts for people. So it's a hard balance.
When it first dropped and you were getting like 20 pineapples from one gift and
oh God,
you know, 5 balls. I was just like, what? I got so much stuff. I'm at 2,000 out of 2,000 bag space.
Oh, me too.
Sure, I've got hundreds of like rare candy and I need to spend that, but like I'm kind of glad in a way that they've kind of like dropped it just a little bit.
Yeah, and I know Zoe Two Dots, the other Australian Pokemon Go YouTuber. Shout out to her; she's awesome.
She is awesome.
Yeah, she was on the podcast too. I think you probably might have saw that, but yeah,
I still need to meet her. I really need to.
I know.
Meet her.
I actually asked her that. I was like, have you guys ever done like a collab, like you meet up and like do a video together? And she was like, no, he's like, you know, 15 hours or something away. And
it's a bit of a flight still.
And I was like, that's you know,
I want to make it happen.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen, and I think it'll be really fun. Because I haven't met any of you guys. You know, I've just been, here in this suburb down in South Australia playing Pogo for 2 years, making videos, and you know, there are some other smaller channels, people that I've met that are like, oh yeah, I do some videos here and there and stuff, but you know, nothing on the level of like Two Dots or you or Master Holly, Trainer Tips. I'd love to meet them all.
Oh God,
and it breaks me that I'm not going to Chicago Fest and all that. And I think it just falls down to money. It just falls down to money.
God, we need to make a GoFundMe for Proplanty to go to Chicago. I know it's God. Yeah, because
I've never traveled outside of Australia, and I'm going on 26 this year.
Right?
Can I complain? I have no idea. Like I haven't even explored Australia properly. I'd love to go to Sydney, catch up with Two Dots, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, God, that breaks my heart. You're not going because like we're all. I know you probably see it. Like we're all going, and like we're gonna do this huge meetup, which is probably gonna be insane with all of us together, big and small channels, whatever. Watching. Oh God, I can't wait. It's gonna be the greatest time ever. I mean, the second. Yeah. I know Zoe's going to be there early, but she's going to be one of the first people I contact once I get into Chicago on Friday. I'm going to be like, where are you at? Let's hang out. Cool. Let's go. You know, so man, it's just sad that, you know, you're not going. God, we need a GoFundMe right now. we need to
I need a passport first.
No, I know. It's a little too late now because it's like, what, in a week? I mean, it's very quick. It's happening quick.
It'd be pretty full on for me, I think. Never traveled outside of Australia. You've got to get tickets. That stuff sells out quick too. You know.
Oh yeah. You had to be on it.
There? Can I bring this? Blah blah blah. Stuff like that. Do I go on my own? You know. So many questions.
Yeah, and I know if you were, you know, sponsored or they contacted you, you'd have definitely taken that. I mean,
absolutely.
I mean,
I haven't heard a peep from Niantic.
Anybody? Well, I got a comment back. It was you are denied a media pass, and I was like, literally, they're like, yeah, we can't. But I did poke a little bit more. I'm like, hey, I'm a YouTuber. can I bring this, set up? And they actually said yes. So I have proof that I can bring in my whole rig and everything. So it's just like, because my GoFest video from last year was good, but
yep.
I was holding my camera like this the whole time, like, oh my god, my arm was killing me
that hurts
from just holding it up the whole day. And because I didn't bring my external mics and all this other stuff, it just the sound quality wasn't good. It's just God, I was so upset, but like it still came out like a good video. It's just not having a tripod is so. I'm like, okay, so I want to get like a time lapse of the people walking around. Let me just set my camera on the ground. Like literally, you have to.
Over, yeah.
You're just setting it on the ground because you're like, well, how else am I going to get the shot? I can't hold it steady for 10 minutes. So
that was crazy last year, wasn't it, with GoFest?
It was so
everything
insane.
that went down, and
so
I remember watching it and then waking up the next morning and it was all these legendaries and it was like, oh my gosh,
that was that night for me made up for the failures of GoFest, because it was like maybe an hour after the event closed. The next thing you know, Lugia, Articuno. What the heck?
Gosh.
What?
Gives me goosebumps.
100% catch rate on everything, meaning they can't run. So I got my 98% Lugia from there. I got my 90% Articuno from there, both from Chicago. So good souvenirs. But yeah, no, people were raiding like crazy. That was like, it was nuts. It was just like, what is happening? And they didn't say anything. And that whole next day was good too. People actually extended their stay like a week because the raids kept going. So
a
lot of people
want to do catch Pokemon,
Yeah, a lot of people complained, that GoFest was a failure, but some people were there for a week catching 100% catch rate Lugia and Articuno for days. So I mean, I really feel like they did their best to make it up. They also did give us $100 in game, and they also did refund all the tickets too. So they didn't make a penny off of GoFest. I mean, I could guarantee that. They gave $100 of coins to every single person, plus refunded the ticket. And then on top of it, there was a lawsuit for all the other stuff, which I just, oh my god, I feel like
they're doing another one.
Yeah, they're doing another one. It's so with Dortmund, it's got me kind of scared for GoFest, but I think it's gonna.
I heard about all that. Yeah,
I think it's gonna work. Yeah,
I think so too. The way they've designed it, haven't they? They've got like a path. And it's kind of like splitting everyone up instead of one confined space.
Exactly.
We'll see, but
yeah. Also, a very serious question. We did not cover this at the beginning, but pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, betrayal.
I had a Hawaiian pizza last night. Love it.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I cannot stand pineapple on pizza. Like, I don't know what it is.
There you go.
I just I like pineapple by itself. Like, I'm not against pineapple, but like when it's on a pizza, I don't know.
Too much is a bit overwhelming because it's
right.
But I dig it. I have ever since I was a kid, I guess. So
right. Yeah, so I did see your video where the video where you were having some troubles, it was like 30 minutes long. That was a real video. That was very raw.
That's hard.
I'm sure it was so hard too. So, my question to you is like, how are things going now? You seem a lot better. You seem
a lot better, yeah. It's not over though. I'm actually moving. I will be moving to a rural area. It's not permanent. There's 2 gyms and 2 stops there. I'm about 45 minutes away from here, so comm days are always going to be the same. I can plan for those. I think I'm just gonna, the way I play and plan, it's gonna be like, okay, I'm heading into the city, Adelaide here. I'll do some raids or
right.
The grind for shinies, it depends, because I know petrol and all that's going to cost a stack going in and out all the time. So I'll be okay, but it's not permanent. So
That's cool.
Yeah, and that's where I plan on like going up to Sydney to visit my sister, and then maybe to Two Dots, catch up, do some videos.
You
So
definitely need to do a collab video with her. I think people will love that.
yeah,
You know,
that would be fun.
I think people will
So
really love that. So, and I asked the same question to Zoe Two Dots, and it doesn't like. Have you ever been noticed in public for your YouTube channel? Like someone's like, "Hey, Proplanty," you know?
a few times. I know a video I did where I was using 10 phones. I just grabbed everyone's phones and did a Moltres raid.
Oh, I
And
saw
I
that.
struggled
Yeah,
hard. And it got like, it's my best Pokemon Go video. Go figure.
yeah.
I didn't plan for that. But
Right.
yeah, 300,000 plus views.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
People recognize me. They're like, oh, you're that dude that did that video. But there's actually my whole raid community. They actually watch my stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Their kids watch my stuff, and
That's great.
It's kind of funny sometimes because when I go to a raid, they're talking about something that I did in a video that I'm like, wait a minute, yeah, you've watched my video. They're like, oh, you hatched that, and it's just like, oh right, you've seen my video.
Right.
It's kind of invasive, but like, I mean, it's all
Right.
on the web, so it's
Yeah.
cool. I like it. I like it a lot.
No, it's great.
I could be a YouTuber that does, I don't know, Fortnite in here, and I don't go outside, and there's no one to meet. Whereas with this, and people see me with my camera, you know, so
Yeah.
they're gonna ask questions.
Yeah.
I have ups and downs with that, with anxiety and stuff, like the pressure of talking in front of cameras and people watching.
I think every
It's full on.
every YouTuber does it. We put on a good show. You know what I mean?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But it's everybody kind of has that little hesitation moment sometimes.
Yeah.
Where you're in a public place and you're like, oh God, I have this camera. I don't feel like
tough.
it. Yeah. Everybody. I think everybody has that.
Yeah. When I did amiibo hunting videos, I went to shops, stores with my camera, big DSLR, and filmed like. And I don't know what I was thinking because I was completely fine doing all that, but I had security, you know, question me and
yeah.
And it's just, you know, the way I was doing it's like, sure, I'm not really getting permission to film here.
Correct.
But at the same time, like, so I kind of gave up doing all that stuff, and I wouldn't be able to film in the shopping center with my camera. It's hard enough as it is with people everywhere, and it's loud and it's noisy. But that's why I like the live streams in the shops, because it just looks like I'm holding my phone, and that's literally it. I'm talking to my phone. I could be doing anything. I think people, and I think as well, like with the camera, I don't want to make other people feel uncomfortable. So with raids, I'm not going to bring it every single time because people are going to talk smack, whether it's about other people or, you know, just general things in life. And I don't want to record that and accidentally upload that. And sometimes I'll keep my distance and I'll stand in my car and film it. But like with the Reggie that just dropped, you know, everyone was hyped. I did a few Reggies, caught all of them. That's my video for the month until the next legendary. You don't need to see any more. If you do, I'm screen recording everything still. And like we were saying earlier, sit on the couch and just talk about it later. But I'm not going to sit there and just bring my camera everywhere and just piss everyone off.
That's how
No,
you're right. Yeah, no, a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, I'm not filming anybody at the raid. It'll look like I'm by myself. I'll turn the camera away from everybody and point it at me. That way, people aren't like, because you're right. Some people don't want to be, and I've actually had somebody come up and literally say, "Hey, I don't want to be in the video or whatever," and I said, "That's fine. You're out, man. I'll edit it out. You won't be in it, you know." And they're like, "Cool, thanks," you know. And I've raided with them after that, and they were completely like, "Hey, cool, yeah, how you doing?"
That's what you want.
Yeah. You don't.
I've had like kids run past in the background and stuff. Maybe I've set up my tripod, and then people start walking past, and I'm like, they didn't say anything, but I don't know. And I used to pixelate, you know, a lot people's faces, and that was so tedious.
Oh my God, that's so much work.
So I just gave up. I'm like, it's a public place. If someone has a problem, you can tell me, and I'm gonna be fine with that. You know, absolutely, 100%.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm not gonna be like, that was a shiny catch. I'm not taking that out. I mean, there are ways to crop it so just your face is so bad. Why is your face like 90% of the screen? Well, there was a kid in the background. He didn't want to be in it, so here's my.
That's why I do a lot of like with my editing, I always cut and it's just me, and then it cuts back to me and the gameplay, and then it cuts back to me again. It's because I'm like cutting so much out of people. Oh, my screen again.
That's okay. It's
There we
fine.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a crazy game, isn't it? Like, if I was doing YouTube videos in the house, there's no one to worry about. I'll be as loud as I can be, no
Yeah.
problems. But out there, especially with the raids and stuff, even if I'm at the park, like I just find myself, my zone is in the car now, especially out there. It's just, I can really talk to the camera and be enthusiastic. So many raids I go to, I'm the only one talking, and I'm talking about how I'm attacking the Pokemon and the Pokemon knock my Pokemon out, and I'll throw in something like, "Oh, what are you using?" And then you get a, or, and so it's like,
Yeah.
sometimes I'll just cut all of that out and just get all the talking bits and put that all in.
Right.
But I see it with the raids. Like, once you've done a few, there's nothing really else to say. So
yeah, especially the Reggies, because they're not that great. So,
yeah.
Reggie Ice. I mean, I got so lucky with Reggie Ice. I've only done 4, and I've caught all 4.
Yeah.
My first one was a 93. The second one was a 96. I
Wow.
think. And I was just
That's
like, I'm done.
You're done.
I don't need to do it. I mean, it wasn't 15 attack on the 96, but still, it was like 13 and then 14 or something like that. And I was just like, it's fine. That's good enough for me.
With Latios and Latias and the Reggies as well, I've only done a few, but then you go to Rayquaza, and I've done like 80 of them. I think it's the Pokemon itself as well and how it works in the game, but that's one that I remember. And it must be interesting for Niantic because there's specific Pokemon that obviously make them more money than others, and they've hit the mark with the shinies. Clearly,
definitely.
Everyone goes mad for them.
Oh, totally. Like I'm actually thinking in my head right now because like Articuno Day is coming up, and I'm like, you know what? I need to actually plan this. So I think I'm gonna go to my buddy Chi. I'm just gonna go to his area and let him take me everywhere because I'm like, I'll just film the whole thing because that's gonna be insane. So, plus it's in a new area. For some weird reason, like, well, at the beginning of the game, I have a lot of subscribers that live close. Like, because I started focusing on local stuff first. Like, I was doing like Nest videos and stuff in the beginning. And a lot of people were like, he's the Nest man. He actually goes to these places and tests them out. The problem is now with like the weather system, nests are basically like kind of obsolete in a way, because you don't need. It's like, oh, it's a sunny day. Now I can get these Pokemon. It's like before.
That's it.
The nests used to be valuable. Now it's like, I'll just wait till it rains so I can get a Lotad. Like that's how it's turned into, So it's
absolutely right.
So I'm glad I got away from that. It really put my content into a box, and I just don't want to be. It's like, well, I don't live, in Southeast Michigan, so I can't really benefit from this Nest video that you just did, So it's just like,
that's it.
I don't know. You're putting your content into a box, and I just don't like that, It's so.
With all the content on my channel, every other Pogo YouTuber, it definitely depends on what Niantic are doing. Hey, because there's been moments where I'm like, I've caught all of Gen 2. There's nothing else.
Yes.
What am I going to do? But lately, like we were saying, they've killed it.
Oh God,
I can't keep up.
My friends are like, please no more shinies. I'm dying. Like
same. And the
like,
legendary ones especially, like, because they come and go, whereas these other ones, you just got to find a nest and then you can grind again. But like, what happens with Articuno after the 3 hours?
Oh God, I think they're gonna probably re-release it like they did Lugia or Ho-Oh. They're gonna be like, okay, Lugia, Articuno's back for a little bit. That's gonna be exciting. That 3 hour period for shiny Articuno is gonna be exciting. So I'm pumped for that. I'm ready for that.
Breaks my heart when I see people miss out on a shiny and it's like the last day and you're there raiding with them in hopes that they get one, and there's nothing else you can really do. With trading, obviously, there's hope, which is great. But
this trading update, man, God, did they really knock it out of the park? I was so against trading at the beginning of I was like, it's gonna ruin the game. There's gonna be a black market. People are gonna just go on like there's gonna be like the eBay for Pokemon Go. People are gonna
I've seen it already. Like someone on Facebook, they're like, I've got these legendaries, these regionals, $20, $50. The shiny one is $100. And here's the kicker, which is why I'm so happy with what Niantic have done. they're only going to be able to do a few transactions before they're out of Stardust.
Oh yeah,
unless they're mates with this customer for 90 days. So it really does hit it. I think people that use old accounts or have several phones have an advantage because they can now launder those ones onto their main account and stuff like that if they want to. But at the end, it says who it's been traded with. So, you know, I still think there's something special with catching it yourself. So.
Oh yeah, totally. The problem, the thing that Niantic did as well is that's good is the second you trade a Pokemon, it can no longer be traded again.
Yeah, so, that's it.
So if you have 4 accounts, 4 different, you can't trade. You trade it to your main account, you can't trade it again. So that's it.
It's
so
glued.
Yeah, no, it's great. Also, the one special trade a day. That also, I mean, they have thought of everything, and it's funny because I did a podcast with Pokey AK and FLW videos about trading, and I was against it. I was like, they're gonna ruin it. It's gonna ruin the game. Blah blah blah. Now I'm like, I love this. This is so cool.
It's good.
They did it.
I've already got my Mr. Mime. I got one of those Heracross. Did too, yep. So I need a Tauros, and that's Gen 1 complete. That's pretty cool. Like, it's exciting.
I have a Tauros for you. I got many Tauroses.
They're rare over there. Like Kangaskhan are everywhere here.
It's not as much as Kangaskhan, but it is pretty common. Yeah. There are times where there are like Tauros droughts. Like you don't see one for like a month, and you're like, that's weird. I haven't seen a Tauros in a really long time. And then out of nowhere, they just start popping up at Pokestops again. So, but I've seen the screenshots and gameplay from just like Kangaskhan everywhere. Like there's like 6 at one Pokestop and stuff. It's like, oh my god,
they're so annoying because they're so big as well that you can't click on the Pokemon underneath it. I really wish you could like hold your thumb or your finger down on the screen and kind of like drag it over the Pokemon in that area, and it like highlights the one, and then you let go. Just because so many times you click on it, it's like, not that one. Again, not that one, you know? But,
that happens all the time, especially if you're shiny checking. You're like, I do that all the time. If I'm like in a spot and I'm like, I only have time to click on these, I'm just going to check all the shinies and then take off. So
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I do that all the time. So, so like, I just want to bring this up about Australia in general. And I did mention this to Zoe 2 Dots as well. Like the area that I live in is it's like one of the safest places in terms of like wildlife and everything else. Like we have like 1 poisonous spider, no poisonous snakes. Like, like there's nothing, but like Australia has like, I mean, everything that can kill you, but I would say, unless you're like in the bush or like some rural area, you're not really going to be running into that stuff, right? Like, have you ever ran into something?
I lived in the country before the city here, and you've got to watch out for snakes. Lizards are your pets, like they're always lurking around. Spiders are everywhere. You're always seeing kangaroos. And unfortunately, a lot of dead ones, like being hit by cars and stuff. That's just the country for you.
It's like that's like the deer, like here, like
but here in the city, like there's just so much noise pollution in general. I think it deters everything. There's no flies or anything where I live, not a single fly or mosquito. But in the country, they're just everywhere. Everything is out to get you. You got to be careful with pets and stuff like that too. Of course, if you got a pet dog or cat, you'll be bitten by a snake. My father actually spaded several snakes, just because once they're in your area, that's it. They're staying. Especially in summer, real bad in summer. It's a scary game. You don't want to be walking around in thongs like I always do. But here in the city, there's just, nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe the odd spider.
Did you see the video of that kangaroo attacking the dog?
Yeah.
And the guy walking up and just punching him. I was like, whoa, like
that's Australia.
I mean, it is.
So funny.
Yeah, some people were mad at him, but it's like it's strangling his dog. Like, come on now. Like, of course you would do the same thing. You can't
script that. That was crazy when I seen that.
That was nuts. That was nuts. So I have a question for you as well, because
Yeah.
do you like Marmite or Vegemite?
Vegemite, yes.
Okay.
Initially, nah, it's too bitter. But
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Is that just
Okay.
an Aussie thing, I guess?
I
I
th- I believe, or like European Aussie thing. I believe, because like I've tried Marmite, I instantly hate that stuff. Like, ugh,
yeah,
no. But
it's very
Vegemite,
bitter.
I hear that Vegemite's a lot better, like than Marmite compared.
Mm.
Zoe Two Dots is actually bringing some with, so I can try it. So
Oh, there you go.
we're
Yeah.
probably gonna do a video of me trying Vegemite for the first time. That'll be good.
Yeah. I don't put too much on my toast or whatever, just a little bit, but it's got a nice bite to it.
Yeah.
For sure. There's Promite, Marmite, Vegemite.
Promite. Huh, what
Yeah,
is
that's another
that?
one. It looks black, just like Vegemite.
Okay.
Looks like tar. Tastes very different actually.
Mm.
Um, I liked that more initially, but I like them both. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Well, that's another question. Where did your name come from? Proplanty.
Proplanty. Okay, my
Yeah.
last name is Plant.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, Matthew Plant.
Okay. Well, I mean, that actually sounds good though. It's a good, like YouTube channel name. So
People call me Planty here. Yeah, that's my
that,
nickname, Planty. So
that worked out.
Proplanty.
That worked out. You don't
It's
have a
funny
weird.
because, yeah, I usually bring it up every so and so in videos. Because I know new people that are tuning in don't get it or don't understand what it means. But yeah, like when I was trying to think of a name for a YouTube channel, it was so hard. It took me a
Oh
very long
God.
time because I knew I had to make a Twitter and it had to be the same, and Instagram and it had to be the same, Facebook and it had to be the same, and just
Right.
yeah, it just when I thought of it, I'm like, hey, it works. And let's be honest, I'm not a pro at everything. I suck at Pokemon sometimes.
You're
a lot of the time.
You are a pro at your last name though, so that works.
Yeah, that's it. 100%.
I've had that name my whole life. I am a pro. I'm just messing with you. So, did you play the main series games growing up?
So that's a good question, actually. As a kid, I absolutely loved Pokemon. I had all the figurines. I wanted Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue, and I never got it. But when I got a Game Boy Color, I got Pokemon Silver, and that's why I love Lugia so much, and Ho-Oh.
Nice.
But yeah, that was like the one that I played and played and played. And I've still got toys from my childhood of all these little Pokemon things, cool little bits and pieces. And then I just grew out of it. The trading cards, all of that, don't care. And
same. Yeah.
Honestly, like, yeah, Nintendo had the odd title like Pokken Tournament, and I gave that a whirl and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I never really played the series again. I got into the trading card game online, actually, kind of when Pokemon Go was starting. And when Pokemon Go started, like, I had like 2,000 subscribers, and in some vlog videos, I was saying, yeah, I'll check out Pokemon Go to a forest and like catch some Pokemon. The concept sounds really cool. I didn't know that's what I'd be doing still to this day.
Right.
But yeah, I wasn't like, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon like everyone's playing it. I was going to suss it out like I did day one. And that was Error City. There was so many errors that day. Used to curse a lot as well, which I've definitely toned down on. But
yeah. Well, it's a Pokemon game. Pokemon game, you got to be family friendly. There are people that have children that watch and everything, and it's really, it really makes you look bad. I think you would gain a lot less subscribers, and a lot less people would like you if you swore all the time, for sure.
Yeah, so I completely stopped swearing and just put other words in to replace those words. I don't need to swear to be funny. So
exactly. Yeah,
I can be angry, but yeah, looking back, that's why I think it's cringy, just because I'm like swearing, and it's like, nah. So I'm glad that I've just stopped all that.
So is your favorite Pokemon Lugia?
Oh, that's a good question. You could say like Pikachu, that's a cliche. Totodile, especially, that was the Gen 2 starter that I picked. Right. Totodile is up there for me. I really like Lugia. It's got to be something from Gen 2, but then Gen 1's so awesome as well, isn't it?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a hard one.
My favorite is Charizard, which...
Oh, there you go.
Right here. Charizard's so cool. Definitely my favorite.
You gotta love Charizard.
Pikachu's next, you know, next in
Yep.
line after that. So, but Charizard's amazing. It was my original red. It was my starter, the first. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just fell in love with it, you know. So it's just like, yeah, that's been my Pokemon ever since
Did you
the beginning.
you picked Charmander then for Pokemon Go for your starter?
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
yep.
I didn't keep him, sadly.
Yeah, really?
I did.
I still have my
I wish I had him.
Bulbasaur. I still have my Bulbasaur.
See, that makes me sad because I'm like, I look back and I can see I have stuff from like the first week of the game, but
yeah,
but it's not. I wish I would have kept my starter. You know, you didn't think about it back then.
Yeah, I think I clicked on Squirtle, but I was getting errors. I was trying to do this on an iPhone 4, and it was not working. And I actually went out there after clicking on the Squirtle and the game crashed. I went out there trying to find Pokemon and nothing popped up, and it was because I hadn't actually gone and caught that starter.
Wow.
But the starter wasn't popping up at all. And yeah, then I was like, okay, let's try something else. And I chose Bulbasaur. And then a day later, everyone's like, you can get Pikachu. And it's like, oh.
I heard that too. I was like, you can get Pikachu. What the heck? Like I was sad. I was sad.
I didn't see a Pikachu for a long time as well.
Oh yeah, no, very long time. It was forever. I ended up having to go to a specific area that I knew had Pikachu to get it for the first time.
Yeah.
So, but man, no, this has been flying by. Like we're at 55 minutes right now.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Like
cool.
This time is flying by. But at this point in time is where I like to, answer some questions. And I know you saw my tweet on Twitter.
Yep.
And we're gonna answer a couple of those, and then we'll end the podcast. But yeah,
sure, sounds good.
So I tweeted going to be recording with you and everything. And the first question, you might know this guy. It's Reversal, my brother.
Yeah, of course.
He says, and it's going to pop up on the screen right now. It says, "Have you ever done a Tim Tam slam? And if Hybrid doesn't understand, please explain it to him."
So do you know what a Tim Tam slam is?
Okay, well, I'm going to make a guess because I do know what Tim Tams are. Okay, so they are that like dessert biscuit thing,
yeah,
but I don't. Good. Yeah, I actually have some in my house right now. No joke.
Wow.
Yeah, I have like some caramel ones that I bought at the grocery store. I was like, hey, look at that.
Yum.
But what is I don't know what the Tim Tam Slam is.
So I don't know exactly what's in a Tim Tam, but it's like a biscuit in the middle, and then there's the chocolate coating on the sides. And basically you're using it as a straw. So you bite one end and then the other, and you're funneling whatever you're drinking, whether it's coffee or something, chocolate milk, through the crumbly center.
What?
And yeah, it's crazy. I haven't actually done it before, but like, now God. I want to.
That's it. Next video coming out. It's gonna be Hybrid Mongoose and Proplanty
doing Tim it's making slams. Me hungry.
That's great. That's funny. Okay, so next question is from Dark Matter Wolf. Man, we got some people asking some questions today, and that's gonna pop up on the screen. Have you ever eaten a McGangbang? Do you know what that is?
I've seen another YouTuber talk about it. It's what is it? It's like a masterpiece of Macca's food just slapped together.
Pretty much, yeah. I believe it's like a Mc. I haven't done it either. I believe it's a McChicken and like a McDouble hamburger.
Okay.
Like smashed together, and you eat.
Well, I've had them both separately. I have to try that. Although Macca's is pretty full on in general. Like
that's it. I'm turning into a food channel. I'm turning into a food react channel.
Watch me eat food.
Oh God, that's funny. Let's see. Another one from MT Terps. This is gonna be the last one.
Sure.
Last question. It says favorite shiny that you have and favorite shiny that you don't have. Ooh, that's a very good question. That's a good question.
That's a tough one. I almost want to just check my collection just to see what we're working with.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's have a look.
I'm gonna look too.
Yeah.
Just because
a lot of the community day ones I don't think are that special. They're cool, but I'm already thinking it might be the Gyarados, That was my first one, the Magikarp, but we'll have a look.
I just recently got a shiny Gyarados. Just recently. And I have 1,500 encounters. That's how crazy that is.
Really?
Yep.
And only about 300 encounters.
See? What is that? RNG, come on. like that killed me. I think I have to man, there's so many good shinies, but it's probably my shiny Charizard. He's not very good, not very good. But, you know, IVs aren't good, but he's just so amazing looking. I mean, it's shiny Charizard is amazing. It's probably shiny Kyogre for me that I missed out on.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
See, I've got one.
I didn't get one.
I
Yeah,
see that. Probably not.
no, it's okay. Yeah,
I love the color of the shiny Kyogre.
Yeah, I missed
and
out
I've got
on
it right
one.
next to a Kabutops, which is like a green, so it's cool having
That's
those.
a really cool one too.
Yeah,
Kabutops
I reckon
it's really cool.
I reckon I'd say shiny Gyarados, absolutely. Just because it goes from blue to red. Like some of these other shinies, the colors aren't, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're not really that different. Charizard looks pretty as well. What I don't have that I'd really like, that's a tough one. I'm trying to think what ones are actually out at the moment.
Yeah, I've missed so many shinies. I mean, I also thought of all the babies too, right? Because like there's a lot,
isn't there?
There's a lot of shiny babies that aren't you know, that are extremely rare. Shiny Togepi and like all that other stuff. So it's just it's
I didn't
rough.
stand a chance getting one of those.
I mean, it's so rare. I did hatch a 100% Togepi though. That was lucky.
That's nice. Bring on Gen 4.
Right.
I'm just looking here at something I don't have that I'd really like.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Swablu?
Swablu? Oh, so Altaria, I think it's called?
Yeah, Altaria. Yeah. Very pretty. Sableye looks really awesome as well.
Oh, Sableye is really cool. Yeah. I only have one of the ghost. I had a Duskull. So one.
Nice.
That was my first shiny ever, actually.
Yeah.
I was shiny-less for like the longest time. Like no joke. I was level 40 for a long time with no oh, actually you're going to hit 40 soon, aren't you? Or
yeah.
You're close cuz I know Zoe 2 does
1 million XP.
You're
1 million XP to go.
You're so close. God.
I know.
If you're going to Go Fest, you could do it at Go Fest, man.
Oh, the timing.
Yeah.
It's like hard actually now with all the gifts and stuff because you're getting XP when you're leveling up your friendships. I think Two Dots had the same issue. Like I do that with a lot of stuff. It's like get the eggs just borderline ready to hatch, or you know, the level up, I get it just ready so I can film a video and it levels up on a raid or something. And yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Maybe a live stream to bring everyone along because I've been doing it for so long.
That's a good idea. I mean, I did a live stream for my level 40 as well, and it's a cool thing. So
yeah,
but
I'll
man,
I'll do a live stream.
This has been great. This was a great time. You know,
absolutely loved it.
Yeah, we're gonna be. You know, is there anything you want to say before we end the podcast?
Not really. Just thank you everyone for watching, supporting the channel. All of us, we love you all.
All right. And that is going to do it for the podcast, guys. That was so awesome. Proplanty is such a great guy. This is like, I mean, I so want to do this again because of that, because we just had such a good conversation, and I feel like we could have done like 2 in a row, and it still would have been amazing. So, so anyway, guys, check out his channel. If you have not heard of Proplanty, what are you doing? Check out his channel. Link in description below. Check out the Patreon as well if you want to, help support podcasts like these and help the channel in general. Check out the Patreon. Got some friendship tiers and all that. So if you're interested, check out the link below. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for the podcast. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.